Hello guys and dolls. Oh, that was like very high pitched. Just a little skeeps of the camera. Hello guys and dolls and welcome back. So first and foremost I want to mention that I sound sick. If you want to know more about that, stay tuned until the end of the video because I don't want to bore people with it right here at the beginning. It's basically, long story short, it's exhaustion that brought on sort of like cold symptoms and stuff, so that's fun. More about that at the end of the video. I want to go ahead and launch right into the favorites this month because I have quite a few and I'm really passionate about them and I'm just really excited about them. First one is Dahlia from Pretty Zombie Cosmetics. This is a liquid lipstick that I think I showed you guys in a haul and then I tried it on immediately and flipped the freak out. I was also wearing this in my most recent video, the try on haul for Gwenny B. I am obsessed with this lipstick. It's so beautiful. The color, the texture, it's just perfect. I love, 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 love this. Pretty Zombie Cosmetics is pretty limited in their color selection, but they're all really fun colors. I also have Three Witches, which is a beautiful purple, but it just doesn't make my heart go pitter pat like Dahlia. Dahlia, oh, it's so pretty. And I don't even like the name. It's overall a great lipstick. And I look forward to getting more shades from that company because the quality is really quite lovely and they're $12, which makes them considerably less money than a lot of the other liquid lipsticks that are out there. Speaking of liquid lipsticks, and let's just have a nice little transition. I had two other liquid lipsticks that I loved this month and not surprisingly, Too Faced Melted. I love these, I'm obsessed. I have so many shades of them. They're sort of taking over my vanity area. I don't even care because they're beautiful. They feel beautiful and smooth on lips and I love the smell of them. And that's something that's really important. I mean, something that's right under your nose, you want it to smell good. Two that have been my super favorites this month because I've worn quite a few of them, but the two that I've worn the most, I would say, are Jelly Donut, which is the one that I'm wearing right now. In contrast to Fuchsia, it's a little bit more, it's less vivid and in your face, but it's a deeper color. Really, really beautiful, looks great with my current hair color. And Melted Sugar, which is the nude that I tried out in, I think it was a tutorial. Yeah, I can't think at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that it was in a tutorial this month. I put it on with Naked Gloss from Urban Decay in Streaked. These two together were my favorite nude. Oh my god, I have never loved the nude this much, except for maybe the Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect because of the name, and that's also a beautiful color. So for me, it's kind of like a toss-up. If you just want a lipstick, go with Bitch Perfect. If you want a very, very nude look in sort of a gloss, this is a great combination. The next thing I want to share is also from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. This palette rocks. Now I do want to mention that Too Faced did send this to me and they also sent me, I think they actually sent me both of these as well. But I've purchased a ton of these on my own. I absolutely love this product. And while they sent this to me, I tried it out, I fell in love with it, and I bought it for my best friend for her birthday because it was fantastic. So I really believe in this palette. I think it's fabulous. I love the colors. Warm neutrals, some cools thrown in that are darker in tone, which is great. This palette is oh my god, it's so good. I'm sad that I haven't been able to create a tutorial for you guys yet for the reasons that we will mention at the end of the video, but this is fantastic. There is a tutorial coming. There's probably several tutorials coming with this palette. It is beautiful. My absolute favorite shades, which you can see because I've sort of worn them down, Lace Teddy and Strapless. Oh, yes ma'am, so good. I mean, when I opened this palette, my eyes just zoomed in on Strapless, boom, how you doing? I love this type of palette. I love that it's all matte. I love that the colors are warm. They work for me. They're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Too Faced. My next favorite of the month is from Tarte, and this is the Maracuja Miracle Found Sealer. This came in a kit of stuff. I don't think that you can buy this concealer foundation combo individually. You can only buy this through a kit through QVC at this point, which is super duper annoying. When I first got this, it was in this set and it came with that foundation brush, which is oh, yeah man, I love it. But anyway, I didn't think I wanted to try this because I tried the foundation, the Maracuja foundation before and didn't like it. But several of you were like, hey dude, you should try that because it's pretty amazing. So I was like, okay, because you guys have some, some good recommendations most of the time. Plus I had it and why not just try it? Holy crap, I love this foundation. This foundation is beautiful. It's a little, a squeeps too light for me. Ooh, that was a very squeaky noise that came out of me. A little bit too light for me. So I do mix it in with the NARS Mont Blanc foundation, which is a little bit too dark. I know, like who's gonna go out and buy these two just to match them up? But I love the way this foundation looks. I love the way this foundation looks. Neither one matches me perfectly. Why not mix them up? I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy them both to do what I do. That's ridiculous. But I think it's really important to mention that just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean you can't mix it with something else and make some new product that's amazing that you can't live without. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of the two of those, but I'll figure it out. One other thing I want to mention about the Found Sealer is I had a hard time figuring out how to dispense it at first, because it's one of these where you squeeze it down and then you open it up and then you dispense it to yourself like this. And I kept getting just hardly any. So what I discovered was you need to like pump it in, like give it a minute to like suck it up into the little tube, then open it, and then a lot more comes out. So that's our little lesson for the day. My next favorite of the month is from Makeup Geek, and I just have to say how excited I am about this. There's two things from Makeup Geek I'm really excited about this month. The first is a highlight shade. I know, that's so stupid, but I love Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I think they're phenomenal. They're really truly one of my favorites, not just because Marlena is definitely someone I admire, but even if I thought she was poo poo caca, I'd still think that this makeup brand was amazing. It's at a great price point, the products are amazing, and I just love all the branding and everything. For the record, I do not think that Marlena is poo poo caca. I can't believe that even just came out of my mouth. Sick brain. Coming in the realness. So anyway, the reason why I'm really excited about this particular highlight is that all of the Makeup Geek highlights that they have right now, or previous to this, were too shimmery or too dark for my skin tone. So I don't really do the shimmery highlight things. For my brow, I like a matte light highlight that's as close to my skin tone as possible. Enter Babyface. This is freaking amazing. How you doing? I have worn this non-stop since it came in the mail. I haven't even worn that much makeup in the last week, but the few times that I have worn makeup, I have worn this. I am super, oh my god, I just love it. I'm so excited. Plus, I love the name Babyface. I think it's cute. People always call me Babyface, so I personally really like this. When they launched Babyface, they also launched 3 other eyeshadows. So they came out with 2 that were in the Vegas Lights palette, Roulette and Desert Sands, which is awesome. I hope they will launch eventually all of the Vegas Light palettes colors because they're fantastic and I love them, and not everybody wants to buy the palette. The other one they came out with is called Sure Thing. It's beautiful mint. Now I haven't used this yet, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it on camera because why not? So I'm picking that up with my MAC 239. We're doing tutorial mode now. Oh wow. Well, this is like going on top of another eyeshadow, but it still showed up pretty well, right? Of course now I got like eyeshadow dust all over everything. Okay, I'm making a mess of my face now, but it's quite pretty. Cool. The other thing that Makeup Geek launched that really excited me was they came out with new jars for their pigments. I can't even begin to tell you how excited this makes me. I love their pigments, I really do, but I freaking have hated the packaging since day one. And while Makeup Geek does send me a lot of product, most of the pigments I have from them I bought myself because I just love the colors. I think they're gorgeous. But I really deeply hated the packaging because it's small. And then there was nothing protecting you from getting everything everywhere. So I just, generally speaking, don't use them. I make an exception for a couple of the colors I really like, but overall, I really don't use them because it's such a pain in the... So, I'm like, change to the nice face. They redid the way that they package their pigments, and they now have this cute little, well, it's not necessarily cute, but they have this little sifter thing at the top so you can get a little bit out, either put it in the jar or just dip your brush in if you'd like and use it on a palette. Either way, it makes it so much easier to use this product when you can only dispense a little bit of it out at a time. Oh, liquid gold. Can we just... this is my favorite pigment of all time. So I'm just really happy that it's a brand that listens to their customers. Many other people were complaining about not having a matte highlight that was light enough. I certainly have been very vocal about complaining about it because I just, you know, it's one of my favorite brands. I want to be able to use a highlight from them. And I've been very vocal about them changing their pigment packaging. both as a vlogger and as a customer. It's been something that has been irritating me, and I'm so glad that they're the type of company that really listens to their customers. There's a lot of brands that just keep putting out stuff that we don't like, we keep complaining about it, and they keep doing it, nothing ever changes. And then there's brands like Makeup Geek that listen to their customers, and I really appreciate that. So that is definitely one of my favorites this month. So my next favorite of the month is Royal Wink Fluid Line. I have so much to say about this. It's one of my all-time favorite eyeliners. It's a nice royal bright blue. Let me just give you a little jar shot of it. How delicious is this? I mean, seriously. It's been one of my favorites for years and years and years. I mentioned this in a previous haul video where I was like, I fell in love with this in 2007 when it first came out, and I bought a jar, and then MAC discontinued it because MAC discontinues everything I like. Speaking of brands who keep doing shit that their customers don't like, yeah, I'm looking at you, MAC. I don't want to complain too much because they did bring back such an amazing product. Royal Wink, royal blue, beautiful, beautiful. It works also really well as a mascara. And when I made the video talking about the colorful mascaras and everything, some of you expressed your displeasure that I did not show you guys a demo of how I use this as a mascara. I promise you that is coming up in a upcoming video. I had intended on having that up much sooner, but we will discuss at the end of the video why not so much with the video making I've been doing. The next favorite of the month is the House of Lashes Black Mascara. Or is this mascara core? Oh god. When you haven't filmed in a while, your brain just like loses the language, or maybe it's just that I don't feel well. I don't know. But this is the House of Lashes Lash Glue. This is in holographic black. First of all, it's holographic and it's black. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. The House of Lashes Lash Glue typically has certain holographicness to it, as does the Duo Lash Glue, which is actually my all-time favorite, but I was out of it and I was placing an order with House of Lashes and I saw that they had this new black lash glue and I was like, yeah, how about we do? So what I want to say about the House of Lashes Lash Glue is that it sticks on better than anything I've ever used, including my favorite one from Duo. However, you gotta really work to get it off without ripping out your eyelashes. So take care with this. This is one that you're gonna want to fully soak your eyelashes with some water or makeup remover or something to fully get it off. However, they will stay on all day, all night, probably longer than they should. I also like that it's a black color so that when you have like a lash band that has like the clear band or something where you want to make it darker, you don't have to get a gel liner or an eyeliner to make that band dark. You can just use this. It makes it really convenient and I love it. I'm pretty pleased with it, and I've left it out on my vanity because it's like pretty to look at. I'm quite pleased with it. And pardon me, I feel like I just said like 16 times. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's how it sounded in my head. My next favorite of the month is from Too Faced. This is something that's been out for a while. It's this Soulmates Blushing Bronzer. This one's Ross and Rachel. This is beautiful. I'm wearing it today as a blush. Right in this general situation right here. It's really a beautiful color. For me, a lot of bronzers that come out are just way too dark for me to wear in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not usually such a fan of like bronzing the skin. I like this type of blushy color of bronzer where you can wear it as a blush. It works really beautiful with my sort of faux redhead complexion, and I love the texture of this. It's really beautiful. I've worn it quite a bit this month. Really love the packaging. I love the overall design of this, and I love the name. Ross and Rachel, I'm a huge Friends fan. I mean, it would just be wrong if this wasn't my favorite products of all time. My next favorite of the month is a eyebrow product. This is from Allure. It's called Brow Ink. This product is freaking amazing. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this. I'm going to be doing a eyebrow tutorial thing. I tried filming it earlier today. I fudged it up royally, so we're going to try to do that again soon. So my next favorite of the month is actually two different brushes. I have mentioned before that I'm trying to repurchase my favorite MAC brushes just because they're kind of expensive. You obviously can't just like go out and repurchase them all. But over time I do want to get doubles of my favorite brushes. So I thought I would talk to you guys about what a couple of those are, whatever. You know what I mean. So the first ones that are my favorites are the 242 and the 239. The 240, these are both like shader brushes. This one is a synthetic brush which it's very thin. It's not very fluffy with hair, and it's just very small. It's great for doing any kind of detailed work, anything where you only want to place one color in a small section. It's also really great for doing things like concealer and things because it's synthetic, so it doesn't ruin the brush and break it down over time. The 239, fabulous brush for doing any kind of packing on of eyeshadow, blending. This is a fabulous brush. Let me show you guys what these two look like when they're brand new. completely different, right? Okay, so the 239 we'll compare first. I just use this, by the way, to put on the blue eyeshadow, which isn't all that pigmented, but I also have a whole bunch of stuff on underneath it, so I didn't really expect it to pop a lot. But anyway, the 239 here is much fluffier and larger when you first get it. This is what years of abuse and use will do to your brushes, but it still works fabulously. It's just much smaller and kind of wimpy by comparison to the brand new brush. So I'm kind of excited to have a fresh one of those. And then the 242, it's much shorter and, you know, it's kind of been broken down by the sands of time, if you will. Really excited to have extras of those brushes. Just something kind of fun to share with you guys. I'm sort of not restocking my brush collection because it's not like I'm hurting for brushes. I have tons and tons and tons of makeup brushes, but I do have my favorites, and so it's kind of fun to share with you guys what my favorites are on a more monthly basis. I'm not saying that every month I'm going to go out and buy new brushes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. However, speaking of a monthly feature, let's go ahead and start talking about the mascara of the month, the Doll Eye Mascara from NYX. I gotta admit, I didn't really like this one at first. You know, there's a lot of, especially with mascaras, I feel like you kind of gotta get used to the wand, you gotta get used to the way that it works. This mascara is a definite true tubing mascara. It doesn't smudge, and it comes off with warm water in the little tubes. I loved that, and I love that it was at a drugstore price. I think it was like $10 or something. Really, really happy with it. I feel like this mascara is one of those ones that works better once you've had it open for about a week, because right after I made the video where I was like, you know, I don't really like this, I'm not even going to continue to use it, I did use it a couple times and I was like, you know, it's not so bad. It really isn't. The curve of the wand is a little bit weird to get used to. Some people even mentioned to me that they really liked this wand. I don't love this wand. I'm never going to love this wand. But I did find that you can get a nice fanned out lash with it, but what I don't get a lot of is volume, and I do really like to have some volume with my mascara, so this one just isn't quite for me. However, this is a great mascara to use when you're going to wear false lashes and you just need your own natural lashes to be black. And that's all you need. You don't need volume, you don't need any of that. You just need them to not be, in my case, blonde. So this could work well for people who need it for that particular use. It's a great tubing mascara to use in that way. It's just not my favorite. I'm not digging it. Next month, I'm going to be reviewing Imju Fiberwig. I actually need to go pick up a tube of it, so that'll be our mascara of the month for next month. Next favorite of the month is a fragrance, and I just want to start sharing my favorite perfume of the month, because why not? And that is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This just smells like summer to me. And I think because it was mostly cold for the month of May here in Northern California, I was like sort of craving summer. Of course, now it's hot and I'm like, why was I wishing for this? But it just smells like lemons in summer to me. I absolutely love this fragrance. It's one I go back to over and over and over again, and I love getting the little rollerball size of it because I usually won't use up like a whole bottle of perfume, but this is one that I have used up a few times, but I like having it in the smaller container because I can just throw it in my purse, and oh my god, it smells so good. Love it, love it, love it. So, and I like that it's a spray on too, because this is one of those perfumes I think smells better as a spray on as opposed to as a rollerball. So definitely my favorite this month. My Vintageortacky splatter cup that a fan made for me. This is actually my, my logo for my new intro and everything. So thank you again, Stephanie. This is so sweet. And then the final thing I want to share with you guys this month that was my favorite is actually stuff that you guys shared with me. This month was kind of crazy for me for a lot of different reasons, and you guys would share fan art that you had made, which is just like so incredibly flattering and sweet, but you guys were sharing with me your prom makeup. If you were a makeup artist, you're sharing prom makeup you did on other people. You guys were sharing when you recreated my looks, or just, hey, I did my eyeliner straight, and you just were so excited to show me, and it just makes me feel so good. It's sort of a combination of like being a proud teacher in a way, and just so touched that you guys want me to see your progress and stuff. It's so amazing, and seeing some of your artistry evolve over time is just so fantastic. So if you ever want to share anything with me, the easiest way to do that is to share it with the hashtag Vintageortacky on Instagram. It's the easiest way for me to go through the photos and see them. When you tag me at Vintageortacky, sometimes it gets lost in the hubbub of everything, but when you do the hashtag Vintageortacky, it'll show me everything in chronological order. It's so fantastic to see everything that you guys share. I appreciate it so much, and I'm not even okay, so we're gonna talk about the reason why I'm sick now. I helped my parents move house this month, which was not an easy task. They are both disabled, so they're not quite as able-bodied as, the average Joe. and they had been living in their duplex for 10 years. Can't even think. 10 years. And it was almost like a 4-bedroom. It was like a 3-bedroom with like a humongous loft that ran the whole length of the apartment. It was just enormous. And so to go through all those things, to pack them is such a lengthy process. I don't think any of us really realized how much work it was. We were trying to do a little bit, you know, each weekend on every available day, get this errand done, get that errand done. Not this last weekend that just happened, but the weekend before that was the weekend that they were slated to move, and they weren't able to do so because they just weren't ready. It was just too much to do in the amount of time that they had allotted to do it in. So me and my husband took some days off work and helped them pack it up. It was really intense. We were working from the morning until midnight for 5 days straight, basically. It was awful. The guys that actually moved my parents' apartment were horrific. I mean, it was the worst move ever, and it shouldn't have been, because we were 100% packed. Everything was perfect. It should have been the easiest move of all history. We all are sick just from exhaustion. I mean, it just takes it out of you to do that much work that many days straight. And as I mentioned, I've also been doing this for several weekends straight, so I haven't had a lot of time to play with makeup. I haven't had a whole lot of time to create videos, which is why I think I only had like 6 videos. It's pretty pathetic. I know, you know, you can only do what you could do, and I'm not beating myself up over it, but it sucks, and let's try to have a much more productive June. So hopefully June will be a better month. It's my husband's birthday this month, which is really exciting. We're going to be going to see the Book of Mormon. Super, super excited to see that play. And on top of that, it's also our wedding anniversary this month. So yay, I love June. June's always my favorite. So actually September is my favorite, but don't tell June. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which hopefully won't be too long from now. And that's it. Have a wonderful day. Remember to be vintage or tacky. Just be yourself. See you. Bye. Bye bye bye.